Hello, everybody, and happy Life Day. It's me, Out of This World Burrito. We're doing Life Day stuff here on Kashyyyk. We're at the Kachiro Starport, everyone's favorite Kashyyyk-based starport, and the only Kashyyyk-based starport. And it's snowing. Wow, and there's presents on the ground, and there's this Wookiee dressed as a red candle. What do they want? Oh, it's translated from Shir Wook, so luckily I don't have to pronounce out all of the grunts, but happy Life Day, friend. We are glad to have you celebrate with us. Thank you. What do I do? Speak with all those assembled to learn about our holiday. Once you have heard what we have to say, I'll see if I can find a Life Day gift for you. So we have to learn about Life Day and then report back to the Elder. We'll worry about that later, but for now, let's mount up and follow this trail of presents, as a trail of presents means something good at the end, probably. Probably. But if we exit Kachiro, heading towards the west, or turning left for those challenged with compasses, and we head up over to the Ryat Trail, we'll see that there is another Wookiee here. Wow. Hi, Tabera. Remembrance of loved ones lost. This is one of the major tenets of Life Day. We use this time to reflect on our ancestors and family members who are no longer among the living. Go on. We remember their sacrifices and deeds and things that made us laugh. By remembering the dead, we keep their memory alive and learn the actions that came before. We use the Life Day Orb to help us honor the fallen. Life Day Orb? The Life Day Orb is a traditional part of our celebration. It shows a field of stars representing the afterlife. We beings of Kashyyyk believe that when we die, that we walk off into the stars. I understand. Go on. As you participate today, think of the fallen comrades and family members who are no longer with us and use their lives as a lesson to improve your own. Happy Life Day to you. Wow. But if we continue on to the Dead Forest entrance or Crookerweir Woods, you'll see there's another door here. Let's go through here. Whoa! We're on the other side of the gate now, forbidden. And there's more presents. Let's follow the presents. All right, but navigating our way through the back of the dead gate, we can see there's a big tree here spitting things and a guild hall and some people standing around. So first of all, let's go over and investigate the tree, because under it we'll find the band playing. But we'll also see Dann. So this tree, Dann, and the band are located in 4 areas of the galaxy during Life Day. Here in the Life Day Grotto, as it's called on Kashyyyk, way far on Tatooine, Doaba Grifel on Corellia, and finally Derek on Talos, which I always forget that's a thing, but it's there. And also, for those wondering, while Life Day's ongoing, the Derek GCW invasion does not occur. They just skip that one. I'll put the waypoints on screen if you're watching this on YouTube, but those are the 4 areas you go to. But if you speak to Dann, the main thing you want to keep in mind is that he sells a few things. Specifically, he sells fireworks for anyone who cares, and then he sells Wookiee Ookies, which is one of 2 holiday food buffs. This one gives you 125 con and a nice little movement buff. Very good. And then he also sells Hoth Chocolate, which gives you 4% damage increase straight up and 3% action cost reduction. So if you're going to go out questing, doing PvP especially, you're going to want to pick these up. And it's just like the other holidays that I showed before. You want to buy 1 of each, as you can't have more than 1 in your inventory since they are unique items. Consume. Do it again. Consume. And then buy 1 more set to keep in there. And then we'll see that we have these nice little buffs down here. Hoth Chocolate represented by the Tauntaun. And Screaming Wookiee for Wookiee Ookies, because they scream for that cream. The next thing you want to do is, if you haven't already, you go up to the tree, do the radio menu on the tree or tilde, and you have 2 options. The first one's looking for gifts, which gives you the Life Day Decorator device, which extends storyteller token life, like we've seen in all other holidays. The 2024 ornament for Life Day, and the typical Life Day gift box, which you can open yourself, and the Life Day gift box for a friend, which you can either give to a friend, or if you have no friends, give it to your alternate character, and then they can open it. But we're going to open the Life Day gift box and see what random item we get. We get the Hanging Life Day Orb out of that, which is just, this is what you'll get, random decorations. These are pretty cool. I think I have some space for these in the City Hall in the Wookiee Embassy there. Or Kashyykan Embassy that I've, 40% decorated. And then let's get a closer look at the ornament for this here, which is Darth Vader's decapitated head in an orb, or his helmet, if you want to be less gruesome about it. A must-have for all the Kylo Ren role players out there. But we want to make sure we radio the tree one more time and do retrieve the Life Day badge. Because I'm collecting those badges, and we get Life Day Skylarker. Which, now we'll go in our collections. That brought me up to 230 badges. And we have the Life Day badge down here from last year and the one this year. Asvam did do the one last year and is in one of the 1 in 90 videos. It's just a little blurb in the front of it, though. This one I'm giving a little bit more attention. I remember when you open the gift boxes, it shoots out a giant tree with a bunch of ferns and trees and stuff. Some of you on live might remember this crashing sectors of the map sometimes. I did that for a little bit of Legends, but I'm pretty sure it's fixed. If not, I'm sure Beta will find a way to crash it, as he loves just crashing things with these trees. Anyways, over here we have the Wookiee Freedom Fighter, who, if you remember from last year, will trigger the repeatable quest for Rebels that they can do once a day by decorating Life Day Tree for tokens. And over here you'll find a floating Stormtrooper, ominously hanging above the Trandoshan traders, which is the Imperial contact who will have you go stomping out presents because you're psychopaths. You can also check leaderboards here, and then you can see the items they have for sale, which are traded for Imperial propaganda tokens. Rebels will be Rebel propaganda tokens. You have some paintings, Holo entertainment table, and some other things. The main things to look out here for this year are the items that were added new, which were the technical readout for the one-handed and two-handed lightsaber hilts for the Worsher tree. So they look like wood, and they have a cool little like tooth on the end. They're pretty neat looking, very cool. For Jedi, and there is the Life Day Ugly Sweater this year. Also very cool. I like this one a lot. A lot of people have been wearing it and running them around. Added last year, of course, there are the house wall panels, craftable if you want different like house wall decor, and there's stuff from previous years like Sondon's Transport, everyone's favorite portrait of their favorite Wookiee, and many other cool things. But before we get to doing those dailies, we want to go inside the Life Day Guild Hall here, as there are some elders hanging out in here that we want to speak with us and tell us about Life Day. And it also will act a little bit like the Guild Hall from the Galactic Moon Festival, specifically the pile of presents laying around the room. If you go up, you can click them once. It will give you a random item, which in this case I got the pocket aquarium, which just looks like I was drinking sand and I didn't finish my sandy drink. And then on the tree yourself, you see all these Life Day ornaments. If you walk up, click one, it'll stand there and channel it. And after helping decorate the Life Day tree, the elders will give you 50 Life Day tokens, which you can get a lot doing this. So I'm going to start clicking all these. I think there's about like 12 or 15 in the tree. I've never counted. So I'm going to stand here and click these for a little while until I get all of them. All right, so I think I clicked all of the ornaments and I have exactly 1,000 Imperial propaganda tokens now, which that sounds about right. Now let's tear up the rest of the presents, and there's no channel on those. So there's a few under the tree. There's one over there in the corner like we saw earlier. Yeah, I think I got the ones of the tree. Let's get these ones in the middle. I like to work from the inside out. Doing loops helps me keep track of what I'm doing. There's some out here. Now these are random, but again, they're items that you will typically purchase off the vendor for tokens. So you might get one or a few things that you were looking for. I'm typically inundated with Life Day stuff. But now let's see what we got. We got the Wookiee home banner kit. What? Banner selection. Wookiee home banner, Kachiro cornucopia banner, or a Life Day orb banner. I don't think I've actually ever gotten this item out of the presents. I'll figure that out later. That's cool. Kashyyyk fireplace. Cool. Got the Life Day painting. That's neat. Miniature Life Day tree. Okay. The pilgrimage painting. That one's pretty good. Wookiee ceremonial shield. The decorative one, not the one you redeem for collection things. These are cool. The Life Day tree. We got the Life Day lamp. It's like a desk lamp. Kind of looks like the Life Day orb. And the ancient Life Day painting, which is this a senior citizen. Cool. All right, so now that we've clicked everything in here, we can speak to the Wookiee elders vibing. Who doesn't have anything to say, so never mind. I guess the other ones I need to find are elsewhere. Maybe they're back in Kachiro, but if we walk back here, you can see that this area is decorated. It seems like maybe a place for dining. Even though I don't really see any food, maybe it's this place for vibing. I like the wall texturing in here, by the way. This is neat. Oh, and then these barricades up overturned to change the roof. That's nice. And then over here, cool use of crystals to decorate this pathway, which apparently this is a scene of some Wookiees giving each other flowers or something. I don't know why there's a pair of boots in here. I don't think it'd fit any of you Wookiees, but you do you. I'm gonna poke my head in here. Hope it's empty. And let's see the other side. Similar use of crystals, other plants back in here. There's a bar. It's cool. I like the advertisement. What are these crystals? Oh, they're like geodes. Got it. What does the bartender say? Welcome. Hey, you look a bit parched. Is there anything I can do for you? That's what he says. I don't see a menu that pops up or anything. And nothing in here. What's up here? Probably nothing. Ugh, just clip it into stuff. A lot of glass. Yeah, this was stuff that was used to decorate the lower area, and this kind of clips in up here. I always like this weird scrolling effect due to how it's drawn. It's like an optical illusion kind of thing. Unlike the Galactic Moon Festival, Guildhall doesn't clip into the hill. Ugh. All right, so I think I did everything there is to do in here. Chewbacca doesn't say anything, by the way. Can't even click on him. I mean, you could always do my favorite, spin him. But yeah, this is a nice area. You get a lot of tokens, and those 1,000 tokens. That's already halfway to a lightsaber if you're just doing this for the lightsaber. But we're back outside now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to want to speak to Saun Dann again, which, again, you can speak to him in any of the 4 locations I mentioned earlier and do this. But we're going to talk with him instead, because he says, "Happy life, Dave on Belimo. I hear you're good at solving problems, and I have one I could use some help with. Would you perhaps be interested? What can I do for you? I ordered 2 cases of delicious Life Day candy from Karen on Naboo, but they should have been here by now. I'm worried something might have happened. I can look into it." "That's fantastic, Von Valimo. The candy was for the poor children of this town, so I feel awful and I couldn't deliver. You should start by talking to the shipping master at the current starport. Good luck and happy life day, Von Valimo." And then we'll get to choose decorative fruit cake or decorative eggnog as our rewards. Now, one thing I do want to mention is you all know I love my mystical orb or mystical stone. This technically isn't an instanced area of Kachira. We just got pushed behind a wall, so you can't use that to get out of here. So, just a little fun fact there for you. But off to Naboo. He's Saun Dann. He's basically Santa Claus, and Santa Claus uses instant transmission like Goku. So yeah, it's in character for him to be able to teleport everywhere. Maybe one day you'll dust off Blender. I know that feeling. I always kind of toy with the idea of scaling up in 3D modeling, but then I decided to make Star Wars Galaxies videos. Please God, don't say anything. Alright, so we're here at the Corinne Starport, which you may recognize this Corinne shipping master. Let's speak to him. Yes, how may I assist? No, you, just how may I assist? Alright. A trader named Saun Dann is missing a shipment of his. Saun Dann, you say, "Let me check my files. Yes, that shipment came through here a couple days ago. It was shipped to Mos Entha Starport on a backwater planet named Tatooine." Don't act like you don't know what Tatooine is. I mean, granted, in canon, there's many, many planets you could be going to, and Tatooine is out in the middle of nowhere in the Outer Rim. Not everyone knows it's significant. It's just, you know, funny to, in canon, people hand-wave Tatooine. But anyways, let's go to Mos Entha. So here we are at Mos Entha. You'll notice that the shipping master's in the same location. Different guy, though. What can I do for you? And make it quick. I have things to do. I'm looking for a missing shipment for a trader named Saun Dann. Let me check my records. Well, it says that it arrived yesterday, but for some reason, it hasn't been delivered to its final location yet. That's strange. It's not in storage here either. It's been marked as missing. So it made it here, but then mysteriously vanished. It appears that way. It's those blasted Jawas, I tell you. I think that's a little specious, but we've had a problem with them skulking around our cargo like they own the place. We've tried to keep them out, but they're like rodents. Again, a little xenophobic there, but we gotta go out to everyone's favorite Jawa Mountain Fortress trading post, so let's head out there. All right, we're here at the Life Day quest location where we have to comb the desert and talk to the Jawa traders. So let's see what this droid has to say. Is it you? Good day. My master wishes me to inform you that we are not dealing today. He is out of stock and we must make an acquisition to trek. Understood. Goodbye. I think that was the legacy quest one. I think it's this one. Hello there, and welcome to the Jawa Fortress. My masters would like to know what you're doing here and if you're planning on stealing any of their belongings. No, I'm not. I'm here looking for a missing shipment for a friend. My masters inform me that you have to be more specific. They borrow lots of things from all over this hellhole, beautiful planet. Wow, you need a different personality chip, Mr. Pottymouth. It was borrowed from the Moss at the starport yesterday. Was it a shipment of cold cubes? If so, my masters have no idea where it is. No, it contained individually wrapped candy. Get it? Because the ice melted? Ba-dum-tsh. My masters know of this package and wish me to inform you that it was stolen by a ghost. A ghost? What is that supposed to mean? The ghost of Christmas past, maybe? I don't know, but it is highly unlikely that an ethereal entity stole the package, as it would have a hard time carrying anything. Good one, droid. Even more peculiar is that my masters inform me that the ghost took the shuttle to the city of Mos Espa. Why would a ghost need a shuttle? While carrying the candy box, my masters now think that you shouldn't leave. They're not even here to tell you. Are they like hiding behind the boxes with a comm, just whispering into your brain? What? I need some more answers. This is ridiculous. Hello there and welcome to Joe. Hello there and welcome. And that's like pretending to misfire, I guess. Either way, we have to go ghost hunting in Mos Espa. So let's go to the Mos Espa starport or shuttleport. So what we're gonna do is I think it's the shuttleport. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go to the west shuttleport. It's the shuttleport closest to the Tuscan Army instance, for those familiar, as Mos Espa does have two shuttleports. Or three? I think it's two. About to find out. Three. Second one was right. Whatever. All right, we're here at the western shuttleport, and we can see that there's a glowing bit of candy on the ground, so I guess we gotta follow the candy to find the ghost. Wow. This guy looks guilty. Whoever stole this candy should have, like, kept the lid on it. Alright, so it looks like we're in the cantina. Let's see, who's in here that looks like they stole a bunch of candy? TK 555. Yeah, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy here? That candy doesn't belong to you. What do you mean? I bought this. That's Life Day candy for poor children. For children? Oh boy, what have I done now? It's going to be very interesting to see what your superiors say about this. Oh no, please don't report me. Maybe we can come to an arrangement. If you don't report me, I will let you in a sweet deal with one of the junk dealers here in Mos Espa. What kind of deal? A junk dealer named Wada owes me a favor. I was going to cash it in myself for a sweet speeder at a heavily discounted price. I will let Wado know that we are even as soon as he sells it to you instead. I will take that deal, but you will also pay 10,000 credits to the Mos Espa orphanage. Now you're just being unfair. Fine. I will do what you ask. Can I finish this box of candy now? Okay. I didn't know Mos Espa had an orphanage, but that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go talk to Wado, our favorite Toydarian in the galaxy. Again, I think he's the only in this game. Alright, so here we are at Wado's. Been a bit since we've had to come here. Let's head inside. And inside we find Wada vibin. Are you Von Vimo? I am. I was told you had a deal for me. I suppose so. I have a beautiful speeder, model STAP-1, for a bargain price of 20,000 credits. That hardly sounds like a deal I was promised. How about 10,000 credits? Fine, but you let that slob know we are now even, eh? So you got it half off. And now we have a very cool STAP speeder. Single Triple Aerial Platform. That's a fun acronym. An agile flying machine used in the past by the Federation as a fighting and scouting vehicle. It does not have the maximum statistics that you would find on other speeders. But again, you get the vehicle restoration kit here on SWG Legends, and that will allow you to up its stats. So if you do like the stat speeder, I recommend maxing it out. Unfortunately, I do have one, and I do like it, but it gets a little tiring listening to the buzz of the speeder, so I've opted to drive something else for a while on my trader. But we've now talked to Watto. We could go back to Saun with the bad news, which you'll notice that the quest didn't update at that point. You technically don't have to talk to Watto, but you're mainly doing this for the speeder. The decorative eggnog and fruitcake are cool, but that's not really what we're going to go do, what we're doing this for. Now, Saun is again at, 4 different locations. So since we're on Tatooine, let's just go ahead and buy a ticket to the Wayfar. I will go speak with him there. All right, we are here at Wayfar at the shuttle port. Should look familiar. And we're going to go right over here and speak with Saun. It's very hard to miss him here. Very visible. Hi, Saun. Great to see you, Von Valimo. Any luck finding the missing candy? I'm afraid it was stolen and eaten Saun. Oh no, that's terrible. Who would do such a thing? I promised I wouldn't say, but he's paid the price for his crime, or a slob of a stormtrooper with no shame. As a current, I think it's more in character for Vum to say the second one, so he's a slob. The stormtrooper, they're even worse than I thought. I agree. I say Imperial aligned. I agree. I made him pay for his crime at least. I don't want to hear any details, but I'm glad to hear that. I will find another gift for the children out of my supplies. That will hopefully be as appreciated. I want to thank you for your help anyway, Von Valimo, and wish you a happy life day. And then we can either pick fruitcake or eggnog. Varactals are cool, so we'll take the eggnog. And that is the main quest for Life Day. You can do that on each of your characters. It's not repeatable. Now, some of you may be asking, well, it's repeatable every year, but not within the same year. It gets reset every year. So technically you get 5 staffs every year if you want. Neat. The other thing that I want to mention is that now we can do the repeatable quest, now that we have done the 1-times. But before that, there is a second badge for Life Day. However, you can only get it when Princess Leia shows up at the Life Day Grotto. And anyone there gets like the event badge for being there. She shows up randomly throughout Life Day. I don't know if it's like a program scripted thing or if like a dev logs on and triggers the event. I don't know how it works. I've seen it so far pop up 3 times while I was online across 2 weeks. I'm sure it's popped up more than that, but I'm not online all the time. And funnily, both times it's popped up was when I was in the middle of doing heroics, so or it was ending right as I was getting like in a heroic or something. So whatever. I'll hopefully catch that before the end of Life Day with Vum. But now that we've done that, we can do the repeatable quests, which for Imperials is smashing presents, because again, that's some psycho level stuff, I guess. However, I want to give some advice, first of all, is that when you go over and you speak to the Trandoshan Trader or Wookiee Resistance Fighter, you will speak with them, and you can say, how can I help? And they'll give you some line about, the Rebels or Imperials have been placing piles of presents in Wayfar, Dewaba Grafel, and Derek, claiming they are gifts for the poor. We are, however, sure that most of them are full of propaganda, and maybe even weapons, so we need you to destroy them. If you proudly show off your Imperial allegiance at the same time, there will even be a bonus in it for you. Rebel Creedle Dung, I will destroy them all. My time is pressed at the moment, but I can help for a bit. I have too much on my plate right now. Sorry. Into client, they can check leaderboards. Usually I just do the first one. I think the second one applies it for like a shorter duration or something. But when you select like the first one on the list, they'll say, I do it, we can count on you, go out there and start destroying presents or decorating trees. You'll get this buff right here that says Life Day Competitive Participant. You've decided to participate in Life Day. After your first objective, you have 30 minutes to complete as many as you can for the day. So basically, during Empire Day, it just gives you a set 30 minutes to either put up or tear down posters, and you get one for each. This one will give you an hour to go pick a location and start doing the objective, and you can switch between combatant and special forces. You don't have to be locked in. So say if you start a special forces, which gives you 15 tokens per objective item, and then someone comes in, slays you, and you're getting slain repeatedly, or a whole group rolls in, you get slain, you don't want to flag back up, you can continue doing it on leave or combatant, you're just getting 5 tokens instead of 15. Similarly, if you're not part of a faction, you can go to commands, other, and you can do in here somewhere, might just be change neutral status. Yeah, if you're neutral in the Galactic Civil War, this command will temporarily lend your support. So you could still like flag Imperial, do Imperial, flag Rebel, do Rebel. One thing I'd recommend doing is that if you don't have the item already, or if you don't have access to a war terminal, you should buy the war intel pad, this item right here, because what it will allow you to do, for those unaware, is if you right click it or open up the little menu and you go down to GCW, you could do factional presence, and then the X's indicate locations where current special forces players are residing. So we can see that right now there's some rebels out in Dantooine Jedi Temple ruins, some Imperials at the Imperial campment, an uncontested region, and the of Rory. There's a rebel at the hyperdrive research facility, and it looks like there are some players in Restus currently. So right now there doesn't seem to be anyone doing trick-or-treating in Wayfar. But if you, well, as special forces, but if you wanted to be safe, I would recommend doing this quest as special forces over near the grotto. It's the most inconvenient location to get to, so people are less likely to go out of the way to hunt you. Whereas if you're at Wayfar, which is just a hop from Mos Eisley, Dewaba Grafel, or Dierek, where there are starports nearby, then you're more likely to have people pop in between flashpoints or PvP encounters to come hunt you. If you do flag up for special forces, my main advice here is be prepared to either fight or die, and be okay with that. Don't get mad if someone comes and kills you, because that's just what you're signing up for. If you don't want to get killed, do it as combatant or on leave and just go click things. It's fine. You'll still get plenty of tokens by the end of the holiday. That's just the risk you run for special forces, and that's how it goes for any holiday seasonal event that incentivizes special forces play, or any other special forces play in the game like GCW invasions. But last year I think I showed myself doing these as combatant or on leave. This year though, we'll get a little spicy. We'll go special forces, and I'll invite some trouble, and we'll do it at Wayfair. After doing this a few times, I would say that Wayfar is probably the best in terms of the number of tokens you can get within a short period of time, mainly because you have a much higher density. So, for example, you can quite easily run around Wayfar and get all the clicks before your 30 minutes is out. Whereas if you're doing this in the Life Day Grotto, in Dewaba, or in Dierek, presence and trees are much further spaced out. So you'll spend a lot more time going A to B than you will actually be standing around and clicking gifts. However, I would say that Wayfar is probably the most dangerous place to do this, as again, a lot of people just go, oh, where's the PvP activity? I'm waiting for more fights to show up. See you at Wayfar, and be like, oh, that's pretty easy to get to from where I was rebuffing in Isley. And they'll just hop right over and start picking a fight with you. So again, you could, if you don't want to get harassed, the Life Day Grotto is probably the place where you're least likely to get harassed. Wayfar, Dierek, and Dewaba Grafel, you're more likely to get somebody coming up on you. My advice, too, is that if you are in a situation to fight and it keeps getting drug out, you can always leave and go to another city. They may or may not follow you because they may think you're just giving up. But they also might come get you another city. There was a day where I was doing this task with some friends, and we had a spy being a spy and harassing us, and we couldn't really kill them as they were a good spy, and they were doing a good job of line of sighting us and staying away. But at the same time, they just kept poking us repeatedly. So we just opted to leave and go do something else for a little bit, and then we came back, and then they were gone. Or we left, went to a different city. They did show up a while later, probably because there's no other PvP. It was later in the day, not a lot of activity going on, so they were just looking for a fight. So depending on the person, they might do that. Similarly, like, there was one time I was think it was my second session playing. There was a player here who was doing the I am fully unbuffed trader, or no, I think it was an unbuffed bounty hunter, flagging up to special forces just to click stuff, and they were, I killed them probably like, had been at least like 10 times, like 8 or 10 times or something, because it got to the point where the Galactic Civil War points you earn for killing somebody each time was starting to decay, because the system thought I was farming GCW off of that person, like intentionally. So it's like an anti like farming mechanic, so you just can't AFK GCW for your weeklies and whatever. But they knew it. They're like, they didn't get mad at me because they knew that was a possibility. They just started cracking jokes, and so we just started throwing jokes and quotes at each other. And then eventually I was just like, all right, the system thinks I'm farming you. I'm done killing you. Because red is dead, guys. Red is dead. I would expect the same treatment if I showed up unbuffed. I did pick up an entertainer buff leaning towards PvP, but I'm wearing my normal gear. I do have a set of gear for PvPing, and I think that gear is definitely what I'd be putting on if I was heading to a place like Restus to PvP. But for a 1v1 situation, I think my normal gear is actually a little bit better, just for the fact that it has more offensive stats cooked into it for melee, so it makes my abilities like Decapitate or anything else that does weapon contribution like Paint Target do big damage, whereas my other suit is much more defense oriented. And I would feel that that's probably better for Restus, and I put Carbine stuff on that one, so as most of your fighting in PvP will be ranged. In a 1v1, I could probably get melee off a little bit easier. In giant team fights, getting melee off at all is very hard, especially depending on the battlefield. I would say that, like the Bespin platform, yeah, you're probably not going to be getting a hit there. Big, large open spaces, and a lot of the line of sighting goes on there. Takes wide turns. People don't hug the wall very tightly there very often, so you can't sneak a hit in. Hello, gamer. And then the other thing that I would add with that is in Restus, it will highly depend where the fight is. If there's some medical center jank going on, you might be able to get a root off on some people as things do get confined or confusing. But I wouldn't bet on it, especially since as an officer in large PvP, you're going to be getting focused, right? Another profession, you might be able to squeeze some melee off. As people, you might not be the priority target, but there's not a lot of other professions that are highly rewarded for switching to melee. The main reason for it for officers, of course, is for my area of effect root. It's a very powerful root, very cool. It's not a dire like bounty hunters have, so not the big W, but pretty good if you don't have a bounty hunter around to dire. It's definitely not a replacement for a bounty hunter, though. So this is basically it. Just, if you're Imperial, you run around clicking presence. You can move around while clicking these, by the way. You don't have to stand idle. So if you're racing somebody, you can run up, click, and then you can start, tiptoeing off of it to try and get to the next one a little bit sooner. That's the other thing with some of these locations like Wayfar. Wayfar's arguably the most popular location to do this, so you might be fighting over more piles. Right now, I don't think there's a lot of people trick-or-treating due to it already being 2 weeks in, so a lot of people have kind of already gotten what they wanted out of the event, or there is just other things to be going. So like right now it is one of the double token weekends, and it's double Bespin gas, everything but mixed. So that includes the PvP platform, the underground arena, and the entertainer ionized gas. And then Legends also tacked on double Restus accommodations and double Flashpoint tokens. So most of the PvP has been happening on the Tabana platform this weekend as people want the double gas, or in Restus if for whatever reason they don't like how the fight is going on the Tabana platform. Specifically in the meta currently, there's a huge focus on having even numbered fights. And so if there is maybe like half a group to a full group's difference, so 4 to 8 players. One side will be reluctant to engage until they either level the number of players on each side, or they will move the fight to a location that's more advantageous for having fewer numbers. This, again, being chiefly the medical center in Restus. Specifically, everyone loves to call it third floor. I am in the camp of delete Restus Med Center, or at least stop people from going up to the second and third floor. This game just does not agree with verticality and the way that the collision of that building is designed, where you can drop down in certain locations and whatever is just janky. It's not fun to fight in or around. The other day, I actually logged on for a PvP ping at the Bespin platform. No PvP happened there, and then they all moved over to the... No PvP happened there once I got on. They all moved over to the Restus Med Center. And the rebels were just standing on the ground, basically like, hey, we're not going to fight you at the third floor. Come down here and fight us. And the imps were just saying, no, and staying on the third floor. And it was like that for a little while. Eventually the Imperials did come down, had a good fight. And then eventually it went back to Bespin for a fight, and then again there was a concern about numbers, and so then it moved back. Then the rebels moved it back to Restus and took the third floor med center. And yeah, anyways, third floor med center sucks. The people who use it don't even want to fight in it. They just use it as a tool. So if no one wants to fight in it, why have it around? Anyways, that's my soapbox on third floor med center. Thank you. If this game played better with verticality, I'd be down. But it doesn't. It's too janky. It's too janky. So yeah, this is actually probably the quietest I've ever seen Wayfar. You typically, anytime I come out here, there's at least like one or two people running around on either side. As again, a lot of people default to this location. But you know, there's a lot of like stuff going on this weekend, incentive-wise, to where people might be doing other things. It's also a holiday weekend. I'm recording this the first weekend after Christmas, so the weekend before New Year's. So still some people, you know, out of town, having other stuff going on, those kinds of things, getting ready for New Year's Day proper. So, you know, yeah, the server gets both quiet and active during Life Day. There's usually a bit of activity during the beginning and end of Life Day, as people are trying to get the rewards before they get busy with the holidays. That's just kind of part of the awkward position of it. And I think that's why it runs for a month long. I mean, I think all the seasonal events run for a month on Legends, but Life Day starting December 13th this year and then entering January 13th next year, I think it's a pretty generous gap. Gives people a little bit of leeway before and after the holidays. The only problem is that if you're doing a double something weekend and it involves PvP, well, you can't really PvP without other people, and especially if, you know, you still have general number imbalances like you usually do, such as the current trend on Legends is that at least earlier in the day, and I'm talking about US time zones, there are more Imperials on. And then in the evening, there's nobody on right now. It's a combination of seasonality, normal, you know, turnover and what have you. So it's basically you PvP outnumbered as a rebel, or you hope that some people are able to squeeze on a little bit earlier, balance the numbers, and PvP then. I don't mind being outnumbered. I think being outnumbered and being the underdog can be fun. However, it's pretty discouraging to other players, and some players will opt to not fight an uneven battle at all, rather than to have a fight, period. That is fine. That is their decision, but it sucks that it impacts my play. Because open world PvP is largely about numbers, right? There is something to be said about a coordinated and quality group of players. I have done open world PvP on Legends where one faction was outnumbered, very obviously, like by a full group or more, but they were still consistently beating the other side because more people were fulfilling their set roles as the group members. They were in voice chats coordinating, and they were wanting to win. So it does, the quality of the individual player does factor in quite a lot. That's not to say the current players aren't quality. It's just more to say that right now there's a greater concern for making sure fights are as balanced as possible in terms of numbers. But again, I'd rather have an imbalanced fight and at least have a fight than no fight at all. That's partially why I flag out for Special Forces for this event, is while the extra like tokens and pennies are nice, I actually like the spontaneous PvP that erupts in this game. I had a really fun encounter doing this when it was like me and two newer Jedi, like they don't have their 5 pieces yet, newer Jedi, and one didn't even have their Master Cloak at the time. Got into a fight with like an Imperial medic, an Imperial bounty hunter, and we were winning just because of having, you know, damage output numbers. I was on my smuggler, so I had some control and damage reduction. And then they called a commando friend, and then they start stopping us, right? Because commando putting out good sustained damage. We couldn't purge any of the dots or anything, and then their medic was a knowledgeable medic, knew not to overextend, and the bounty hunter was doing their job. But we skirmished with them a few times, had fun, and then we're like, all right, they've like killed us like 4 or 5 times in a row. We should probably like do something else now if we're not going to switch characters. But those fights are a lot more fun because at least you get matchups, get different fights, encounters. Whereas like, you know, standing up to queue for 10 minutes for a fight that lasts 3 minutes, or a fight that just doesn't happen at all because players are uncomfortable with the team compositions, then it's like, what did I log on for? I've been online for 2 hours, but I've only actively been playing for like 15 minutes. What am I doing? Also, for those of you who haven't realized yet, we are now halfway, just past the 15-minute mark of the active 30-minute period, which, yes, by the way, once you do start clicking objectives, the buff will switch to participant, and then it'll be like, do as much as you can in 30 minutes and whatever. So that did switch when we clicked our first one. I forgot to point out, but there it is. But yeah, this episode's turning into a very strong podcasting hour, mix of informative stuff from Burrito and just rantings of the current server pulse at this time. As I've had a lot of questions on stream recently about how the server is doing population-wise, content-wise, and etc. As people will, you know, take a hiatus, come back, and they'll just ask me, like, hey, how stuff's going? Should I come back? Is there a better time to come back? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll be honest and I'll explain, like, right now, my general assessment as of uploading this video time is population is down a little bit as participation is cyclical mainly. That's just with any MMO, right? And this has made it harder to find PvP in multiple hours of the day. Right now, if you want a PvP in my time zone, you have to be playing from 1 p.m. or earlier, which 1 p.m. on a Thursday is not a zone I can hit consistently. A lot of the times, that's even earlier to 11 a.m. And then, ooh, hold on. Hold on. We gotta fight, gamers. Somebody heard me and they're like, it's time for fighting. They stasis themselves? I didn't realize it was a medic. We're gonna... Yo, sick Tanray. The fuck? Why am I... Oh, they boxed me. I was like, what? Oh, I forgot to put on my officer buffs. Embarrassing. No! Alright. That was pretty good. You're not gonna DB me? Okay. What the fuck? They didn't. That's the first person to come up, fight me, and then not death blow. They were Wookiee and they were looking for an honorable duel and they got it. I was not prepared for that. I was so in the zone with everything else going on. Well, anyways, you saw my butt get kicked, I guess. So that was pretty good. Anyways, what was I talking about? Suractivity. Oh, so on the flip side, finding groups for content has been pretty easy because there are active community servers for finding groups to do things. So that would be something that's still good if that's what you're looking for doing. And then obviously there's a lot of stuff you can do solo in the game, like I've demonstrated with the Badge Collector series and the 190 series. And space has been super active. Like there's still space PvP all the time in my time zone. I just haven't marked out for it. Ah, my speeder broke. Is there a parking garage here? No, there's not. Bro, busted my speeder. I guess I'll put on... What's the speeder that I have that you can repair at a parking garage? If it breaks. Whatever. I guess I'll just walk. I guess you can with the jetpack, but jetpack mounting's so awkward. Whatever. Also, side note. I can't jump by a spy. I don't have cooldowns yet, bro. Oh, they got Razor Cat. No. No, dude. They got Razor Cat. I wasn't prepared for the Razor Cat. No. All right, less honorable duel. Dude, I was not ready for the Razor Cat. I was like, oh, they're gonna walk into the root. I'm gonna freaking ice them. Nope. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, I'm 0-2. That wasn't my side note. My side note was gonna be, I've never had a duel on this server like that, especially in open, like, PvP. Well, let me be more specific. I've never had an encounter where the player didn't death blow me and we were special forces. So what that Wookiee did earlier, I've never ever had that ever happen to me. So that's why I was like, that's what I was about to say, and then of course I get jumped by a spy who proves the opposite still happens. Which, by the way, officer spy matchup, not the best. not the best. The medic spy, I probably could have won that if one, I realized that I had more buffs up, and two, I probably stuck to line of sight more and kept because the one thing that the medic did is they sent the tannery after me, which they shouldn't have, because I could have killed them and then, you know, root them. I should have played out my cooldowns longer. So that one I think was winnable. Getting jumped by a spy though as an officer, especially with the current gear I'm running, yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm not running like any CHR. Credit reduction. Anyways. You know what I was going to do? I was going to buy electro binoculars before doing this. For the detect. But then I forgot. So, there I go. I guess I should be... So, I also haven't been running my pistol drill master macro. So my action management, especially during that medic fight, was not great. Granted, I didn't pay attention to all the debuffs I was getting. I didn't see very many. So they were probably running a full BM, so they probably didn't have reckless stim. They could have had the stamina attack, though. I wasn't looking. Gonna be real. Again, I was just... At this point, I was just kind of... I was kind of amazed that they came out at all. Anyone came out. Like, right now, I'm amazed that that spy hasn't come back to kill me. I guess that was too easy. For the context, I typically PvP on my smuggler, and I am more confident on my smuggler, especially since on that I'm running like a full PvP setup. This officer would be fine, like big group PvP. 1v1s, I think it's better than like a stock officer because I have the melee options, but like I said, I'm not really running my PvP gear because I decided, I don't know, let's just run my normal gear and see what happens. And what happens is I've been 0-2'd. But Bitch, I'm fucking working on my inventory. No, target it. What the fuck was I even... I'm just gonna die. Fuck it. What the fuck did I even tab to? Their speeder? That sucks. That was bad. I fucked that one up. I'm still leaving that in. But if you're embarrassed for me, that's fine. So, again, for context, I have 0 PvP kills on this character. I've literally just not at all on VUM. And the reason I haven't done that is because I've been trying to avoid getting bounties on my head. So I don't get harassed while doing like 1 to 90 videos or badge collecting stuff. So that's the context there. Why I've never done it. Are there any issues with copyright or DMCA playing this game or streaming this game? Sup Waffles. I would recommend that if you plan on streaming the game, you do what I do and either turn sound down really low or just turn background music off entirely, as the game just uses short clips of John Williams music all the frickin' time. On Twitch, I haven't had too much problem with it. Actually, I don't think I've had any of my VODs flagged by Twitch, but YouTube flags them pretty regularly. I was more reckless about it longer ago when I was less concerned about them being monetizable, which I still don't really make money on YouTube, so whatever. But they will get flagged on YouTube pretty consistently because of the John Williams music. So that's my advice. Just turn background music all the way down. Or make it so quiet that it probably won't be detected. Maybe I should... You know, that's a range spy that just keeps jumping me from, like, down the block. I should just have my carbine out. So I can immediately just start hitting them back if they jump me again. No reason to start with the sword out if they're not going to be anywhere near me. Just... I move faster with a melee weapon, so it's habit now with this character. You get fragged frequently on Twitch, but you can appeal it for fair use. You've always gotten it unmuted. Yeah, I've never been flagged on Twitch for this game. The only time I did was I did a stream once where I left my, like... I have a separate audio channel for, like, the music I listen to, so I just basically always have it muted on stream, and I forgot to mute it that time. So I was playing, like, copyrighted music just straight up on stream. Whenever that spy's around, they're waiting for cooldowns, or if they're, like, now bored. I could switch my gear, but I'm almost done, so... Stay away from it because you're worried about the Disney overlords coming in and tearing things apart. Nah, they don't. Disney doesn't. You're not gonna make enough money for Disney to care what you do. It's the same reason why they haven't done anything to the, like, emulator scene. We're too small for Disney to give a crap. Like, even if I was a massive YouTuber, like, you know, 1 million+ subs, uploading Star Wars Galaxies videos, they still wouldn't care. They would just care if the system would care if John Williams music is heard on my video, and that's about it. 35 seconds left. This might be I'm getting down to my last piles here, gamers. 30 seconds left. So what area is this Legends server? Legends is NGE, so new game enhancement, or new game experience with, no, it is new game enhancement. Whatever. New game enhancement with, a lot of quality of life changes and just, some new content. And a lot of rebalances specifically to, like, if we're talking about balancing, it's mostly to starships. But some professions have been touched a little bit, but not too much. It's pretty similar to what the game was at End of Life. All right, so we're done. My buff just wore off, and that's it. We got 3,750 tokens, which 1,000 of those was from the tree in the grotto. And even with 3 deaths, I still made almost 3,000 tokens just walking around waiting for a clicking. Special Forces, if I was not Special Forces, I would have made a third of that. Because 5 tokens versus 15 tokens. So, not bad. I have enough for a lightsaber schematic if I want one, and etc, etc. But that's really it for Life Day. There's not too much to do. You can redo these present quests or tree quests every day, and you can always open up your instance timer to see when you can redo them with the command show I, as that appears in there. So, like, I could do them again in 9 hours. Probably won't. Not on that specific time frame. And again, the only thing I'm going to be on the lookout for is when Leia shows up to the Life Day Grotto and hopefully get the second of 2 badges for the holiday. There are some events still left in the season. If you're watching this when the video is uploaded, specifically Legends just announced the Wampa Rampage events, which will be happening on January 4th, so Saturday, and there'll be 2 of them when the Life Day Grotto will be attacked by Wampas. It's a good one, so show up for that if you can. Likely get a token of gratification for attending, probably. They usually do. But anyways, until next time, happy Life Day. Okay, actually, an event starting, so, here I am. Also, there's this wiki elder I missed. Renewal of Life Day. This is one of those goals of Life Day because of how the Empire has treated so many of our kind. This aspect of Life Day has been even greater meaning. What has the Empire done to Wookiees? Life on our homeworld was simple and peaceful. We did not make more, nor were we a violent race. This has made us easy targets for the Empire, who desired our strength. Many that were forced into labor camps. Some Wookiees were even forced to help build the Death Star. I see, go on. Because of the Empire, we have learned to appreciate our freedom. We cannot take our lives for granted. Each sunrise, each childbirth, each breath is a renewal, and a reminder that we must live on each to full stay. Yes, go on. Damn, you got a lot to say. I hope you will take our tale and share with others so that others may learn how to live each day to the fullest and not take their own freedom for granted. I will do that. So there was a message that said, let's see, what did it say earlier? Dann is coming to town. Meet the famous trader and toy maker. Trader and toy maker to give him your holiday wishes and receive his good tidings. Gather in front of the great tree in Kuchiro. Then I gave the waypoint. LD 1225. Follow lamps to Saun. Go to the second level before Saun. Oh, so I guess we're gonna have to follow him around. Neat. Let's just hang out here on the steps and we're gonna wait, I guess. So LD1225 just said, it is quite exciting to meet Saun. Has anyone ever done so before? Also, who's mailing me? Oh shit, I just won the election. That's good. Oh, also, when you claim stuff from the tree, you get a mail from staff saying Happy Holidays. Isn't that nice? Thanks, staff. We're in for quite a treat, especially if he brings candy. Wow. No more chocolate. I'm already stuffed up on chocolate. LD says, though we must hope the sweets do not attract any Wampa. Uh-oh. I don't think there's... Is there going to be Wampa? Should I invite people to my group? I hope it's not Wampa. I have 10 minutes left on my med buffs after dying 4 times. It's blog. LD continues to say, preps. Oh, someone's like, I hope Wampas come, and LD 1225 says, perhaps you do. I am not equipped for any combat activities. LD says, I thank you for your reassurance, though. I am but a droid. You need not worry about my well-being. It's also like deafeningly quiet because like the background music died off. But it's fine. It's fitting. It's snowing. It's a blanket of snow. It's quieting everything. LD says, for this time of year, it is Saun who is the most important part. He brings joy because LD earlier says, I'm not as important in this scenario, but you were flattering me. Thank you. For context, there's a events member secretly around here puppeting this droid. Is LD 1225 significant? I don't think so. Oh, LD 1225. Damn. You got it. Life Day 1225. Good one. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. Got a pretty good number of players here. Got like, I don't know, maybe like 50, 40, 40. LD continues to say, there are so many of you. When it is time, we shall form a queue. I understand carbon-based beings enjoy such order. I do appreciate that. I'm just standing here shitposting. Chaos, as LD says, chaos is order. I am certain I do not understand that meaning. Replying to me. That's funny. Thanks, staff. I'm canon to this event now. So it's funny. A lot of people have the waypoint to be here, right? And they keep talking to this Wookiee Elder, which is part of the Elders to learn about Life Day, who we talked about at the Starport earlier. It's not about the event, but so few people, I guess, register the Elder's purpose. They're all talking to him like the Elder's not doing anything. And it's just like, no, that's not what this is for. Replying to the streamer. Favoritism. Everyone cancel the staff member for favoritism. LD says, Sondon is quite old. I am not sure he's able to wrap a new hyperdrive unit, let alone carry one to you, because somebody was saying that their hyperdrive's busted. Of course, somebody finally asked for Sunrider's Destiny. It was only a matter of time. If you have someone asks for Sunrider's Destiny on your bingo card, check that off right now. LD says, Sondon will be arriving here by the ramp. You should find a good spot to await his arrival. I think my spot's okay. I'll probably have to walk down and around to get in the queue, but whatever. Somebody requested to get a picture with Sondon, and LD says, if it pleases you, I think it could be arranged. It's an on request, I must say. A player asked, what are the odds that the Empire shows up? LD says, the Empire? Are we not located within the Empire as we stand here? Good one, LD. Yo, they got a nerf. That's pretty cool. They're so weird looking. They kind of remind me of the cows from Mass Effect 1. You know what I'm saying? If you're a gamer, you'll know. All right, we got a system message that says, between the ramps to the Great Tree, a well-polished protocol droid emits a joyous sound of bells jangling to get your attention. The droid says, greetings and good tidings, holiday celebrants. I am LD-1225, the personal assistant to Saun Dann. I do hope you are enjoying the holiday season. My employer, Saun Dann, is quite a busy human during this time of year, but one of his great joys is taking time to see each of your smiling faces, to hear your holiday wishes, and to give you all special treats. LD says he will be coming down out of the Great Tree momentarily. May I ask you to please clear space? The snow is quite intense and the footing is not very sure. Please be sure not to block the ramps as Sondon arrives. He may be carrying several gifts, and it would be a tragedy should he fall and break any of them. And I also don't want him to hurt you. It's fine. I'm clearing the ramps. Dyer's on the ramps. Hell yeah. LD screams, gentle beings in attendance, thank you for your patience, and it is now my very great honor to introduce Sondon. Somewhere. Everyone's standing on top of it, though. Where is he? Throw motions towards the Great Tree. Anyone else Sondon will be exiting, full of joy and overflowing with gifts. Okay. I'm ready. LD says servo motors were in her as she looks about in confusion. Where is Sondon? Personally, I have miscalculated the timing. I beg your patience. Would anyone have a comlink per chance? No, I broke mine. I had that awkward moment where I was standing up from the toilet and fell straight in. The droid shuffles foot to foot. Even a droid can show distress despite not having facial muscles. She emits the bell, a jangling sound again, as if to restart the sequence. I believe I heard the door inside. Wonderful. Here he comes. Gentle beings in attendance, is now a very great honor to introduce Sondon. Where is he? Droid man is completely perplexed. Where is Sondon? LD-1225's head lifts as she suddenly thought of an idea. Is he dead? Did Boba Fett get Sondon? Did he disintegrate? Search the Great Tree for a clue. If you find it, use the /point at command to let everyone know what you found. Search the tree. He wasn't wearing his life alert. We gotta go pick him up. He's got to be in the cloner. I don't see him. I like all the Rudolph deers. I didn't even realize this was here. The clue's been found. It's an identicard in front of Sondon's chair in the second level. The card must belong to someone who knows where Sondon is. Find them and follow the trail to Sondon. Must be Harakakok the Mighty. Tip, to help Sondon, select Join Story on the terminal that appeared near the clue. It is located on the second level. Oh, this thing. Wow, using the storyteller system. Now able to take part in event Mincer's story. And I think it appears in here, doesn't it? I don't know. Okay, we gotta find we gotta find somebody who knows something. Stop diaring. I'm gonna go down a floor. Actually, I'm gonna go up a floor. No. No. It's the first floor? I do know my Kashyyykan NPCs pretty well by now, having been here probably more times than I would like. Since they do not have their identicard, this Boshaz must still be here on the planet. Locate them and see if they know where Sundot. We gotta go talk to Boshaz? Okay. That's at the slaver camp, guys. So you gotta go to a slaver camp. See, this is my big brain knowledge from doing all the freaking quests. Well, somebody's already on the way. Someone's already booking it, so I'm not gonna be the first there. Also, I just did the Avatar platform pre-quest with Blog, so that also helps. This person just went the wrong way and turned around. They kind of know where they're going. Oh, everyone was like still confused, so they just gave out the waypoint. Boshaz has made a deal with the Blackscale clan. A pitch firefight is underway. Help thin out the Blackscale so Boshaz can be questioned. Where? Blackscale Grinch! Oh, he's tough. I'm waiting. He's level 91 Gold Elite. Blog. Thank him. I knew I should have rebuffed. This Blackscale Grinch is mine. 1v1 me, bro. I put my glance pups on for this, by the way. The deal's off if you don't get rid of this riffraff. Wow, Boshaz, what were you doing? I'm going ham on this. Let's let him rip. Blog's main tank. Blog's main tank! Oh shit, that guy's 150. I am not getting aggro on him. I will gently help from the sideline. Boshaz covers behind the Blackscalers who open fire on anything that moves, tallying up points for the scorekeeper goddess. See, Blackscales said this would be a simple snatch and grab, kill these interlopers for your clan, or your clan will never set foot on this forest again. The Blackscalers do not care much for those settles idle threats. The hero of the fight and earning of points drives them to join the battle with you. Defeat the Blackscales and get Boshaz to talk. Let's try to read. Rip Ryan. I can't get you up. I'm not on my medic, sorry. And I don't have the cyber arm plugged in. I'm here to supply action, not life. Damn, Boshaz, you loaded. The final Blackscale is blasted back into one of the permacrete walls. He slides down, motionless. The Blackscales are defeated. Boshaz cowers, but does not run. He knows he is beaten, but for some reason, he does not look so. Boundless confidence by this man. Okay, that is the normal NPC. No more, no more. I can see defeat, but this is no victory for you either. The Trandoshan slaver grins as he's showing his razor-sharp teeth. What does he have to smile about? Get to Bosage. Hit bribe, demand, or even intimidate. Vum would intimidate. I can't spell intimidate, gamers. Boshaz, killing me will not bring it back. Besides, you have already wasted enough time. Ha ha ha, you fools are too late. Just over the treetops to the east, a sublight engine begins to whine. Boshaz throws his head back gleefully. Ah ha ha ha. While you're busy battling Trandoshan Grinches here, Saun was being taken to his shuttle. If the ship departs, Saun may never be seen again. I guess we gotta go over to the other camp. We're here at the other camp, and there's more Grinches. Oh no. Oh, been using the wrong carbine, not that it matters. Oh no, he is, he's in jail. Black Scare, prepare to load Saun into his shuttle and leave Kashyyyk. Battle your way through the hordes of enemies to complete your rescue. This wall looks weak. This wall also looks weak. I like the name of those walls. I'm joining the stories. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. Saun, please hurry. Whoa, watch out. Here they come. Several black scales charge down the ramp, guns blazing at you. I don't wanna die. Well, gotta blow up the weak walls. Oh yeah, gamer. Wall cracks, crumble, and explode. The energy fence flickers and fizzles out. Saun is free. Yay! Cheer! Saun says, thanks, I owe you. More than one. You really saved my skin. I think they were going to sell me off to Kessel. But we aren't out of this yet. The Blacktails are not so eager to lose this considerable score. They regroup and launch a counterattack. Protect Saun and help get out of the camp alive. Let's go, gamers. We gotta save Life Day. It's the Grinch again. Get him. Saun. Let's get out of here. Oh no. I saw that Dark Fury proc. Congratulations. You need more than that to take me down. Oh, I'll take you down, gamer. Get this Grinch. Come on, Saun. We gotta get out of here. He's way back there. Is he following somebody? No, someone's puppeting him. Wow. That guy's in the wall. He's in the wall. Got a ship post. Are you SF? Oh, combatant, got it. Up ahead, you spot a tall-looking Chewbacca who bellows out a happy roar at the sight of Saun and his rescues. It's just Chewbacca, too. Han's not here. Falcon must be... He's keeping the Falcon warm. He's inside. Chewie quickly explains that he can help Saun return safely to Kachiro. He thanks you all for saving his friend and for saving Life Day. And people are going, "Arrgh" to you, too. Cheer for the YT 1300. Not even the Falcon, it's just a YT. Yay! I can't thank you enough. What a day. And I got a token of gratification. And I also got the Accolade Life Day event badge. Let's go! I think that's the one you get for seeing Leia also. So, yay! For helping to rescue Saun, you have each been getting a token of gratification from Chewie. If you did not already have Life Day Live event badges, also has been awarded. Oh yeah, so I actually don't need to go see Leia now. Yay! I don't know where it is. It's probably the, what, a live events section? The macros. Yep, there it is. It's under accolades. Life Day event medal. Yay! Hey, staff. Wow, happy Life Day, everybody. Well, there you go. Cerise got here just in time to grab a token. Wow. I did run into a Life Day event randomly. Yay! Chewie lets out a victorious howl. That must mean Happy Life Day as he boards the Falcon. I'm waiting for Chewie to leave. It'd be rude not to see him off. He came all this way. Someone keeps farting gas. Falcon fires up the sublight drive and lifts off into the upper atmosphere. Well, I hope they close the, Yep, there it goes. Boop! It's out of here. That's fun. Thanks, staff.